today. So the thing I did today that I did not mention earlier was I went paragliding. It was totally awesome. It was our friend Sarah's birthday. There are two Sarahs. There's one we work with and there's another Sarah. It was her birthday celebration. A particular travel group that organizes, like tours and travels and trips for expats and stuff. And whichever Koreans choose to join. They were having this paragliding trip. So Sarah said for her birthday, who wants to come along and go paragliding? So we did it. It was nice. We left butt early this morning. I woke up before 7. We, in fact, met at the subway station at 7. Ouch. And then we went. It was between a couple people being late. We started from one main stop and then left there late. And then we had a couple other pickups and were late. And then there was traffic. We were probably on the bus there for something it felt like about 4 hours. It was bad. And then we got there and we rode in a little truck, a bumpy truck, to the bottom of the mountain. Well, near the top. No, that's not true, not the bottom. Almost at the top. There's just a flight of stairs to the summit, to the departure platform. While on that little truck, the nice thing about a really nice thing about these trips is it's mostly expats, and expats are very open, very friendly. The ones I've found so far. Very open, very friendly, and very up for, being friends quickly. If you were super friendly to people at home, just like that you sat next to at a restaurant or, on the subway, whatever, nothing would happen, and they'd think you were super weird. I'm keeping an eye out. I sometimes see students here. So, we'll see if that happens. But yeah, so expats are because it's such a transient lifestyle. So I met this woman who has been doing almost exactly what I want to do. She's been working with international schools, but she's now spent 12 years abroad in different places. She's from Oregon. So she was doing it 2 years in Japan and then a year back in Oregon, and then 4 years in Dubai and then 6 months back in Oregon and so on. So she was going back and forth. But yeah, so she was really awesome to talk to. We got up there, and there was a lot of waiting. The wind wasn't quite right, so, it wasn't great. It was fine. So they were waiting until the wind got better, and then they could only take 8 of us at a go, and there were a whole bunch of us. But we managed. And there will be video. Each of us, it included a video. We had a GoPro with us that was strapped in. And it was amazing. It was absolutely wonderful. Until my guy, we were chatting. I had the only English-speaking guy as my co. So we were not by ourselves. There was a professional, somebody with a company, a pilot, basically, who was strapped in, and then we were strapped in front. So everything was strapped to both of us. Totally safe. In addition to the original, what do they call them? The wings, the parachute. There was an emergency parachute too, just in case. And we were sitting on a giant air cushion, for landing, so very safe. And he was showing how to turn, and he let me steer us a bit while we were up in the air, which was fun. We were chatting, and then he was like, "You bungee jump, you must like roller coasters, right?" And then took us into what they tell me on the ground was a spiral. And that was not fun. My stomach didn't I don't like roller coasters. My stomach didn't like it. My head didn't like it. It was, all I knew was suddenly, and you can't really tell up there what's happening. You're just so high up. All you see is clouds and a bit of trees. And I couldn't really tell why. It felt like something not fun, but I couldn't tell you what was happening until afterwards. Once I met the group at the landing spot, I was like, what was that? They're like, "Oh, you spiraled. Everybody's been doing it." I was like, that was the least fun moment. But aside from that, unfortunately, I was so, it's not even scared, it's just so uncomfortable. It was so uncomfortable, I couldn't even talk to tell him to stop. And I wish I could. But yeah, if I could not spiral, I would 10 out of 10 absolutely do it again. It was so cool. It was really awesome. But yeah, so it was a lot of waiting up at the top, and then when we got back to the bottom, we had to wait for another shift of people. And then they drove us to get our bags, which we had left at the top, but they put them in a different truck, and that different truck met us somewhere. Like we just stopped in the middle of the road and grabbed our bags and got back on the bus. And we were so late. Like the whole thing, the paragliding part took about 3 hours, which was expected, but everything else had been so late that it was supposed to be that we would be finished by about, it was paragliding from 10 to 1, and then we would go to the beach and have like an afternoon at the beach and leave at about 5. We got to the beach at about 4:20, 4:30, so we didn't have much time at the beach. But some people had chosen not to paraglide and instead had just taken the whole time at the beach. Whatever. Then we got back. We talked to some more awesome people who were on our trip, and some of them are going to come with us. So next weekend, we're going to these green tea fields. I don't know, the pictures look nice, and it's not going to cost a lot. And then in June, we've got a long weekend, so we're going to go to Busan. And so some of the new people, the people we met today, are going to come with us to Busan. So that's nice. That'll be fun to hang out with. I just love how easy it is to make new friends here. Like, people are so chill, and then they're up for hanging out all the time. It's great. I'm walking home now. I just bought some cake mix because I'm going to make some rainbow cupcakes